What if I told you that having few or no friends doesn't mean you're antisocial, or broken, or not good at life? What if the real reason is that your mind simply works differently, in a way most people will never understand? Because psychology says people who stand alone often have traits that the average person can't handle. And today, we're going to explore those traits, slowly, deeply, honestly, and you may discover something about yourself you never realized. Most people think friendship is a numbers game. The more people you keep around you, the more normal you are. But that idea collapses the moment you meet someone who feels more drained with people than without them. Let's start with the first truth. You don't hate people. You just refuse to tolerate the wrong ones. Your mind has a built-in radar. You notice the tone someone uses, the micro-expressions they hide, the shift in energy when someone acts differently in front of others. Where some people only hear the words, you hear the motive behind the words. So sitting with fake smiles, gossip-filled conversations, or mask-wearing personalities, it feels like torture to you. Psychology calls this high authenticity sensitivity, meaning your brain rejects anything that feels insincere. You don't push people away, you're just allergic to the wrong company. And here's the part no one tells you. Many people collect friends to avoid being alone. You, on the other hand, would rather protect your peace than sit with people who drain your soul. The second truth is this: your mind is wired for depth, not quantity. You're not avoiding relationships, you're avoiding empty ones. You don't want to talk about the weather, or the weekend, or someone's new shoes. Your mind wants to dive into purpose, human behavior, meaning, patterns, emotions, dreams, and flaws. You're the kind of person who connects through shared wisdom, shared silence, and shared honesty, not through small talk. And because deep connections are rare, you'd rather wait alone than settle for something shallow. Most people live on the surface. You, however, live in the deeper layers of reality, and that already sets you apart. The third truth explains why you disappear sometimes. Your brain needs longer recovery after social interaction. Some people recharge through parties, noise, stimulation. You recharge through silence. Your nervous system processes more details. Tone shifts, body language, social cues, emotional signals. While others simply hang out, you're subconsciously analysing, observing, absorbing. That's why a simple conversation can feel like a mental marathon. You're not cold, you're not distant, you simply reach your social capacity faster than most people. And after that, your mind begs you for solitude, not because you dislike people, but because your brain needs space to recover from them. The fourth truth is one of your greatest strengths. You're extremely independent. You don't rely on constant validation. You don't need background noise to feel alive. You don't depend on friends to feel worthy or entertained. Psychologists call this low social dependency, and it's rare. Most people feel uneasy being with themselves. You feel at home in your own company. You think for yourself. You solve your own problems. You explore your own interests. And you don't let people enter your inner world unless they add something meaningful. That level of independence intimidates others. It's not that people reject you. It's often that people don't know how to approach someone who doesn't need them. The fifth truth sits deeper, and maybe you'll feel this one. Your past shaped your trust. People who walk alone often learned early that trust isn't something you give freely. Maybe someone broke your trust when you needed them. Maybe you were betrayed, disappointed, overlooked, or used. Maybe you gave too much once and got too little in return. The brain remembers these things. It adapts, it protects, it raises the entry bar. What psychologists call a high trust threshold. You don't hate people, you're just careful. Patient, selective. You observe longer, you listen deeper, you test quietly before you open up. And honestly, that's wisdom disguised as caution. So what does all this mean? If you have few or no friends, it isn't a flaw, it isn't a failure. It's a sign that your mind works with more sensitivity, more depth, more independence, and higher standards than most people are used to. You don't fit in easily, because you weren't meant to fit into just any place. People like you build slow, but they build real. Your circle may be small today, but when the right people enter your life, they won't just be friends, they'll be home. And maybe just maybe. The reason you walk alone right now is because your future circle will require a stronger version of you, a version you're growing into. If this explained something you've always felt but could never put into words, hit subscribe. Not for me, but because the next video might reveal another piece of yourself you've been trying to understand for years.